This video is a compilation of my X1, 2, and 3 challenge videos, so I apologize for any mic related issues. Each video was recorded with a slightly different setup that I have now, and some being in a completely different room. Also, Mega Man X1 was recorded with Rookie Hunter mode on, because I accidentally got it confused with Save Assist mode from the Zero ZX Legacy Collection. If you want to skip X1, I'll show a time on screen to go to X2 or to X3. But with that out of the way, on to the video. I'm not allowed to use special weapons for any reason. I'm not allowed to get any armor upgrades except for the dash boots and Zero's arm part, as those are required to beat the game. I'm not allowed to get any heart upgrades, and I'm only allowed to get sub-tanks and to use mechs when they're available. Other than that, all I can use is the Buster. Without further ado, let's begin. The first stage was no problem. The worst part was when my controller died and I had to plug it in. At the end of the stage was Vile. He saw X and wanted a piece of that sweet ass.
I came looking for booty. I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. No, Chris, I'm a warrior!
But Zero showed up and Vile isn't into threesomes, so he ran away. Nobody was getting that booty tonight. Chill Penguin stage was up next. The stage wasn't too difficult. I got the boot upgrade. This and Zero's arm part will be the only upgrade I can get during this challenge, as I think the others will make it too easy. I arrived to Chill Penguin's room and he was smoking that good shit. I asked for some, but he only had one left, so we fought for it. He put up a good fight, but I managed to come out on top. Next up was Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle stage was quick and easy. I got my first sub-tank and was ready to fight Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle managed to give me my first death of the run, but after that he went down like a bucket of KFC at the dinner table. Flame Mammoth was up next. Since I killed Chill Penguin, Flame Mammoth's stage was frozen over. I managed to get my second sub-tank before I fought Flame Mammoth. It was a complete pushover. On to Armored Armadillo. Armored Armadillo stage was a fun ride, but nothing to write home about. I managed to get my third and final sub-tank. Armored Armadillo himself was easily the toughest boss yet. I had to use all my sub-tanks, and even then I wasn't sure I could beat him. My strategy was to climb the wall and wait for an opening, but eventually he was roadkill. Next on the list, Spark Mandrill. The first thing I did was rock out to this banger of a song. Since I beat Storm Eagle, his ship crashed and is causing power outages. Luckily, that makes the mini-boss easier. Spark Mandrill was nothing special. He was barely stronger than Chill Penguin. Onto Boomer Kuwanger. What the hell is a Kuwanger? Huh. Neat. The stage wasn't too bad, and I got to Kuwanger with little less than half health. All Boomer Kuwanger did was complain about kids today, and how things were better in his day, when half the population couldn't vote and the other half couldn't eat at the same restaurant as others. He nearly killed me, but in the end I squashed him like the bug he is. To Sting Chameleon. Once again, the stage was no trouble. Stinkamillion put up a good fight and nearly killed me, but that was mostly my fault for not being careful enough. Last on the list is Launch Octopus. This stage was fine, the only problem was the mini-boss. Launch Octopus was okay. The fight involved a lot of waiting, but eventually he became Sushi. On to the Sigma stages. The stage was no trouble, the only hard part was the platforming bit at the start. The boss of this stage was Vile, and he had captured Zero, so no one could save my booty. Vile managed to capture me, but Zero managed to break free and hop on Vile. The concept of being a bottom was too much for Vile, and his mech exploded. I managed to beat Vile harder than my stepdad beat me. After the fight, I defiled Zero's corpse. Not like that, you perv. I stole his arm cannon. After Vile was a rematch with Boomer Kawanger. He wasn't too much trouble, and after that was a spider, which was more annoying than difficult. On to Sigma Stage 2. First up was Chill Penguin, just hug the wall and you'll do fine. Next, Storm Eagle. Since I already beat this boss, I'm just gonna skip over it. On to some wall thing. It was actually hard. On to Sigma 3. Sigma 3 is just a boss rush. Final battle between Sigma. First I had to put down his dog. After that came Sigma Phase 1. Sigma whipped out his lightsaber and I told him I wasn't into butt stuff, but he wasn't asking, and after a long fight, it was done. My booty was finally safe. Or so I thought. Sigma wasn't dead. It came back in a giant body that would surely break me in two. This was the hardest fight in the game. I died so many times I lost count. I'll let the footage speak for itself. at long last, I have proven that I can beat Mega Man X1 without special weapons. I give this challenge a 4 out of 10. Previously on Can I Beat?
I came looking for booty.
Sigma whipped out his lightsaber and I told him I wasn't into butt stuff, but he wasn't asking.
In that butt. No, Chris, I'm a warrior.
Today I bring you a new challenge. Can I beat Mega Man X2 without special weapons or armor upgrades? The rules are fairly simple. I'm not allowed to use special weapons, armor upgrades, or get life upgrades. I can ride bikes, use mechs, and get sub-tanks. Without further ado, let's begin. 6 months have passed since Zero's death, and X has a new partner. 6 months have passed and X is raiding a Maverick base alone. The first stage was no trouble. Even the boss was dead with a few buster shots. After the first stage, we were introduced to the villains of this game, the Booty Hunters, and they had a special interest in X. First on the list, SpongeBob. I got my first sub-tank and was ready to face SpongeBob. On to Flame Stag. Flame Stag stage was where I got my second sub-tank. The stage was actually challenging. There was a lot of platforming over lava, and a spot where I had to outrun rising lava. Flame Stag was hard, but if you stand in the middle of the room, you should be able to predict his moves. The Booty Hunters inform X that they have Zero's parts, and challenge us for them. If I win, I get the parts. If they win, they get my booty. After the call, we go to Bubble Crab's stage. This stage was no trouble. I managed to get my final sub-tank here, thanks to a trick I learned from Jay's reviews. Bubble Crab was probably the hardest boss yet. this keeps up, this challenge will definitely be harder than the first. Time for the first booty hunter, Agile. Agile has a long sword and the stamina to last multiple rounds. One part down, 2 to go. I went to Will Gator's stage to fight the next booty hunter, Surges. Surges may be old, but he has experience. Due to his age, his balls hang low, and he swings them to and fro. 2 parts down, 1 to go. After I fought Surges, I decided to take care of Will Gator while I was there. Compared to Surges, Will Gator was easy, and like all gators, he wound up on a Florida man's grill. Time for the last of the booty hunters, Violin. Violin was big and girthy, but most importantly, he knew what he was doing. Unfortunately for him, he didn't last very long. He was there for a good time, not a long time. Now that all the booty hunters were dead, I have all of Zero's parts, and Dr. Kane can begin to rebuild him. After I defeated Violin, I decided to take care of Gary. Gary was pissed about what I did to SpongeBob, so he was out for revenge. I don't know if I'd say Gary was hard or annoying, but he fell like all the rest, onto an Australian's worst nightmare, a flightless bird. The stage was no trouble, but Overdrive Ostrich was pretty annoying. But unlike Australia, I can actually beat a bird. Time for Magma Centipede. Magma Centipede's stage was okay. It had two mini-bosses, both of which were pretty easy. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the fight with Magma Centipede, so I'll show a recreation of it. On to Morph Moth. The stage was on the easier side, and Morph Moth was one of the easier bosses. On to the booty stages. Dr. Kane managed to find the booty hunter's base, but he still needed more time to rebuild Zero. The first stage had a rematch with Violin, which was way harder than the first. On to the next booty cheek. The second stage had a spot that I had to abuse invincibility frames to get past, but after that was the hardest boss yet, Sergus. Now to go where no man has gone before, in between the cheeks. The third stage had a rematch with Agile. He wasn't that bad, and was definitely easier than Surges was. The next stage was just a boss rush, so I'll just be skipping over that. Unfortunately for me, after the boss rush, the power went out, so I had to do all the booty stages again.
No! It can't be! No! No!
So I used special weapons to get back to where I was. I understand if you think this ends the challenge, but I'll make up for it later. Promise. After the boss rush, I learned that Sigma was alive, and he was coming for that booty. Sigma had a copy of Zero, but lucky for me, the real Zero showed up and destroyed the faker. Zero and I split up. Zero would destroy the generator, and I would take care of Sigma.
I mean, you can get to the head, basically. Why? Why? Why did you go for it though? You knew that he was gonna laser. No, it's because you were greedy. You could just stood still and you would have more health. Also, I'm pretty sure it's better for it to get hurt by the head rather than a laser. Use tank. Yeah, it's better that, like I said, it's better that you take damage from the head, not from the laser. Oh, and fill your tank a little bit more. Oh, gee. Is this the run? Use tank. I see. This is a troublesome place. Relax. Relax. Just be fucking spastic when it does that. Get away from the walls. Do not climb walls when he does this. Oh damn. Even getting caught is not as punishing as laser. Okay, go to your menu, go to your menu. You have one tank that is not full. Yeah. This will let you tank at least one laser. Yeah. Those are the G's. Pop the tank. Just get it like 1 or 2 shots. We got this. You got this! You got this!
Now, time to make up for earlier. Zero was much easier than expected. I thought he would be harder, but I guess that proves that I can beat Mega Man X2 without special weapons. I get this challenge a 5.5 out of 10. Today I bring you a new challenge video. I bring you, can I beat Mega Man X3 without special weapons or armor upgrades? The rules are fairly simple. I'm not allowed to use special weapons, armor upgrades, or get life upgrades. I can ride bikes, use mechs, and get sub-tanks. But with that out of the way, let's get on to the video. The game opens with X and Zero fighting off Mavericks in Doppler Town. X gets captured by a traitor Maverick Hunter, and it's up to Zero to save him. But this time you get to play as Zero. After saving X, we fight the first real boss, who is a pushover. On to Neon Tiger. Neon Tiger stage is where I got my first sub-tank. The stage wasn't that bad, and the hardest part was the mini-boss, but even it went down on the first try. Neon Tiger, on the other hand, was quite hard, taking 8 attempts to beat. Next up is Tunnel Rhino. Tunnel Rhino's stage is where I got my second sub-tank. The mini-boss of this stage was laughably easy. Just hug the wall and jump and he can't hit you. Tunnel Rhino wasn't that bad either. Dr. Doppler, angry with the defeat of Neon Tiger and Tunnel Rhino, sends out Bit and Bite to capture X alive. Next up is Toxic Seahorse. In Toxic Seahorse's stage, I encountered Bit. After beating Bit, he ran away like a little bitch, and all that was left was to beat Toxic Seahorse. Gravity Beetle stage was nothing special, and the boss wasn't too bad. Time for Blizzard Buffalo. Blizzard Buffalo stage had a sub-tank that I couldn't get, so I had to leave it. Blizzard Buffalo was pretty easy though. In Blast Hornet stage I encountered Bite, and boy is he hard at first, but once you learn how to dodge him, you should be fine. As for Blast Hornet, he was hard at first, but it just fell apart after you learn how he works. In Crush Crawfish's stage, I found a teleporter that took me to a strange level. where I found an old friend. Vile had returned from the dead, and instead of a hunger for brains, he had a hunger for my booty. After defeating Vile, he decided that if he couldn't have my booty, nobody could. So he activated the self-destruct sequence, and I managed to get out of there with just a few seconds left to spare.
Nice!
All that was left was Crushed Crawfish himself. And he went down like a little bitch. I didn't even need to use a single sub-tank on him. Volt Catfish's stage isn't too bad, but the boss is pretty annoying. My strategy was to just wait him out with sub-tanks and hope for the best. All that's left now is the Doppler stages. Now this would be where I would put Doppler stage 1. But unfortunately it would appear that I don't have the footage for that. I guess I made a mistake recording and just never recorded it. I can assure you though that I did not cheat. I can promise you that much. Because I will face far more difficult bosses than the one in Doppler stage 1. And apparently from the audio recording, I thought it was a fairly easy stage. I'll try to do better in the future. The issue is that when recording, I'm playing these games through the Legacy Collection, so I can't just move between OBS and the Legacy Collection. If you've played the Legacy Collection on PC, you know it's weird. At least for me. So, my apologies. In Doppler Stage 2, Vile had returned. After seeing that I had survived, that only made Vile want my booty more. But the first phase was super easy. And I was writing this part of the script, completely forgetting that second phases are in fact a thing. After clapping Vile's cheeks, it was time for the boss rush, which, as always, I'm just going to skip over. After the boss rush was Dr. Doppler himself. After defeating Dr. Doppler, he told me where to find Sigma's new body, so now I'm off to Doppler Stage 4. I found Sigma and made fun of his Captain America cosplay, and Sigma decided it'd be a good idea to kill me over 110 times. If you ever wonder why these challenge videos don't have a death counter, this is the reason why. After Sigma's first phase came his Evangelion cosplay. I told Sigma that Gurren Lagann was better, and apparently that was a very hot take, which cost me hours of my life having to fight this boss over and over again. At the last minute, Zero came in and infected Sigma with a virus. I don't know what it was, but it was enough to kill Sigma. While this challenge was difficult in some places, it was only really difficult at the very end. I'm talking final boss end. So I give this challenge a 5.8 out of 10. Honestly, I expected this game to be a lot worse. Like, I was expecting this to be the hardest X challenge video so far. And it turned out it was, like, the easiest one. That's where I'm going to end it off today, so I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.